1 second. Let's see where I'm at with the volume, you guys. Okay. I don't. Can you tell these pop-ups I have? Hello, Syrians are here. Coyote, how are you? So I'm gonna lower this a little bit just in case this particular music's a little bit too much. Tonight, wisdom tea and oracle insights. Just a wee comparison and kind of maybe we'll do some pendulum. We'll just have a little bit of a chat on crystal. I'm going to show you a couple of crystals, 2 or 3, and I'm going to show you and talk about dilithium crystal for all you Trekkies and space sci-fi people, as well as pull a few cards on our support for empowerment. And when I originally came on tonight, I just think I wanted to pull a card on today and kind of feel out the energies. But I had a session with my mentor, and I've been going through something. Some of you may have noticed that sometimes I'd come off real harsh. And sometimes I'm like really so loving, and that's the center of my power, who I am, as well as I was warring a bit these last couple of weeks, especially with knowing where I'm from and wanting to have my galactic contact and really wanting to live in the stars again, bring my cats and just be here to help Earth, but be in my commander body, be in my commander galactic self. And I know who I am. I know where I come from, and a lot of stuff I'm remembering and remembering to wake up to, which is why I want to help you guys too. But I'm here also in this human flesh suit, in this right here, this reality now, paving the way for my own life of growth and expansion, and to be an example for you from that which I'm remembering and remembering, and to help you as well into your dreams, and to be here to hold the course of that pillar of light, that oneness, and not getting sucked into the division and the sadness, madness, anger, own self shadow, but also the external stuff that we're bombarded with when we're out in public or with the jobs or a television that may be on from a family member, constantly. And it's just all that radiation energy of distraction and lies, the radiation of entrancement and entrainment for staying in fear. I don't want that. I want to have nice music in the background. I didn't know that I was gonna play some stupid whatever. Let me see. This one won't have any. But let's see if it's a little softer. This particular music, once it comes on, I like having let's see, fairy music, but nothing too harsh. There I am in my harsh lesson, right? So I was reminded of sometimes when I'm very aggressive, because that's one way we protect ourselves. It's not that it's necessarily even bad or anything. We're just staying in our truth, our aggression, our power, our kind of butting up against things. But here's the thing: our powers are from this field, the quantum field, that infinite field of the power of love. And when you're in that pillar of that 0 point, that midway, that fine spot between all that's happening to the right and all that's happening to left and right and left, wherever all around us, and it seems like it's distraction, fear, basically this noise that takes us into places that pushes our emotions to an uncentered place. It's taking a breath to remember, come back and look that fear, that person, that situation, take a breath and let it be noisy, but almost in a blank stare, almost in that state of like an innocent state, but so your power. and to seek to have no emotional reaction, and even to seek to have no effect, no effect, and no response. Let's stay in repose. So, with my learning that you're my practice to see this new part of me instead of an old part of me that would come on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok and sound or be really dominant sounding and authoritarian, because I am a leader and I am an authoritarian and I am a knowing person. But I don't have to be in your face. And I've sometimes even said that on some of my chats. But it's time, and I really want to help you all and help me all into this, because we are galactic. We are galactic, angelic, divine beings of light, plunked in many of our cases, right? If you're watching this, a human suit, a meat suit. Before I get to the little bit of the fun part, I also want to say that I'm coming to know more and more. And this started for me for sure in 2014 when I spoke to Lucifer. Yeah, the fallen angel. When I spoke to him, and I also spoke to him in 2019, very briefly. And I remember in 2014 when whatever was happening to me on a Sunday and I was alone in my father's business and studio area, mostly the business part area, because that's where I crashed, and stayed with him for a time. I remember saying, because of just things that were going on, all this stuff that was happening at the time for me, that all I could know intuitively then was something was up. And I'm not afraid to talk to Lucifer or whoever I have to get the right information. And I was willing to go to enemy camp. And I remember saying, like, what's up with this world? And he said, I don't have to do anything. It's man that does it all. I really do not want this title anymore where people hate me. And I really want to be like Yeshua and Jesus and be noted for all that's good. But he said, we both played a role, and I got the role that was the baddie. Basically, I'm paraphrasing right now, but he said, I'm the baddie, and I don't want to be the baddie. I've been the baddie for thousands of years. And he said, I'm not really doing it. It's man that does it. And also the image of, or an image for me, like Satan came up. And Lucifer and Satan are two different things. And Lucifer, Satan, Baal, Moloch are two different things. And entities that eat the flesh of humans, that another different, not necessarily the same thing. Lucifer is the other angel they say has fallen, but he also means light, closest to the God force. And things are starting to happen where you will come to know that even some of our most majestic ancestors acquiesced to evil in order to thrive, stay alive, and over a course of time, many forgot their powers of divine light because they had to hide out. It is also why the galactic ones in droves could not come to Earth right away, because the power of what seemed evil in the course of evolution would then be more destructive, and it would take a lot longer for what has happened in the past couple of years to show. Because of all the actions that were taken or stepped back from, in many prophecies, they said this time would happen. Now, in 2019, I was listening to a lecture, and the lecture was from, I believe, Germany, a person in Germany, California, and London. So this like triangle. And it was just basically talking about humanity, and it was a humanitarian course of action. It was probably a couple hours long. But in it all, with these people starting to feel that humanity was going to be in trouble, this is even just before the idea of the sea thing and shots in the arm, and any word of mandate and crazy science and quite frankly lies of destruction or lies to empowerment. I asked Lucifer, I said to the God force, and I said to Archangel Michael, who I really care about a lot. He's kind of my go-to first angel, And I said, okay, guys, I'm going to go to enemy camp. And Lucifer said, how can we win this? How can we win all of this? And he was just, stay loving. And that's all that it took. Now, I've remembered and forgot that, but I'm sharing that with you whenever I remember, because it is stay loving. That is the power. That is the most amazing frequency. And it's really what we're all from. And we're going to find out that a lot of these so-called psychopath, evil souls, fallen angels, they want to be forgiven too. And remember, I always talk about matter is neither created nor destroyed. And everything goes back to the infinite mind, the prime creator, the source energy, the God force, the field, the quantum field, this amazing amorphous nebulous entity of thought that created all beings, and even created beings that created not so good beings. So everything goes back. And usually when I transmute lower entities or anything I'm getting rid of in terms of nanobots or icky metals, shadow energy, I put it into a lead box, and I'll have the red dragon bring it, fly it to the golden portal where it could hurt no one, nothing, not even itself, and never return. Okay, so that's enough of that for right now. Dilithium crystals, basically in a nutshell, without going into too much, and maybe we can have a whole talk about dilithium. So that means two types of lithium, which is lithium. They're two what you call not minerals, lithium. They're two molecular structure. So in Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, they talk about dilithium crystal. Wouldn't it be really interesting if we ever do have a dilithium crystal on Earth? In Latin, dilithium just means two. But didn't it sound so funny in the 60s to say, oh, Captain Kirk, we have enough dilithium and it'll get us into warp drive, blah, blah, blah. Well, so supposedly they used matter and antimatter, which were harnessed. And then like in the center is where they would have the dilithium crystal in the center as an agent. And together, as these frequencies converged into this crystal, it was the force that drove the ships, the Starfleet ships, into warp drive. Now, and then they have episodes where, we don't have much dilithium crystal, and well, we found some, well, we got some, or we traded some, or whatever. It was something to talk about. I believe if it's not dilithium, we will find a dilithium. But I also want to talk about quartz crystal, because quartz is in our body. Quartz is in the Earth's crust. Quartz is in quartz. Quartz is in a lot of places, and we use quartz in computers, in watches, in dentistry tools, in medical tools. It's in a lot of places, this quartz crystal. We use it in jewelry. We have it in pendulums. We have quartz crystal as adornment, right? This is a beauty. I wish I can get this just a little bit so you can see that quartz crystal. And here's like the outside. So this was basically a geo, a big hunk of a round-ish rock that got smashed, and this one, in half. It could have come from Brazil or Pakistan. I got it from a merchant that didn't know they were a big name merchant. But I love these. I would love to start selling these. This is amazing. Now, quartz crystal is a master healer. I have over here somewhere. Is it here? Where is it? I have this is a raw azeztulite, which is another crystal. These are master healers. They amplify emotions and they amplify other crystals. So if you put your wishes of healing, any of us, me too, our wishes of healing, our wishes of money, our wishes of job and career, our wishes of car, our wishes of whatever in the crystal to act as our buddy, it will enhance that manifestation. Now I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so my name is Rita Elizabeth. It's swinging back and forth. I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to get a dog tomorrow and maybe a donkey. swinging side to side. I'm going to take that as a no. My name is Rita Elizabeth. I'm also known in the stars as Commander Azera Asta here. I may go to a zoo tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to try to keep my hands still, just so you see the difference. Tomorrow is a day that I may get a dog, a donkey, and a zebra. Watch my hand. I'm going to get a dog, a donkey, and a zebra. Oh, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. A dog, donkey. I'll get a dog tomorrow. I'll get a dog tomorrow. A big dog. I'm getting a big dog tomorrow. I'm trying to keep my hand. Okay. So it's going left to right, right to left. That's a no. All right. There we go. Dilithium crystals exist. Okay, so yes. Dilithium crystals exist on Earth. Nothing will move. Dilithium crystals will come to be revealed to us on Earth. That's a little yes. Dilithium crystals are part of another planetary system, probably Pleiades. Andromedians have them. All the master higher vibrational star people have them. This is a yes. Okay. It is my understanding that Gene Roddenberry, when he created Star Trek, which he called a cowboy space, he pitched it as a cowboy space program. These people going out and, good cowboys kind of getting out there and adventuring into the unknown space. Anyway, so dilithium crystals, a lot of stuff that comes up, if you start to Google it, it's a fake thing and it's just, was part of a plot. I think a lot of things that seem to be movies, there's a lot of untruths to keep fear, but then there's little nano bits of truth that are going to be coming up in these next, year, 8 years, 15 years, and a lot more sightings of ease of spaceships, but when humanity as more of a collective is ready, rather than being spaceship, I'm scared, like that. So I wanted to. Oh, and I earlier was showing you this card. I don't think I have just regular crystal in this card deck, which is very interesting. So this is rose quartz. It's a beautiful picture, right? And then I do have, where is it? Rose, a sample of rose quartz. It's very pink. This is light pink in color. It's a raw piece. Okay. Looks raw and maybe a little polished, but not so finely polished. And I want to read what this theme came up for the roses, all about love, which is interesting, right? Because I shared about wanting to be softer and stay in that power, the love frequency, right in the middle of all the chaos, whatever is going on the right, the left, whatever cultures are saying, whatever newspapers are saying, whatever. It's not about, because a lot of these distractions, if we start feeling fears, divisions, if we start feeling the rightness of this side, that side, we're creating still not out of love, we're creating out of fear and the ego. So let's see if I can find this for us with a little bit of a message. Okay, word rose quartz. My aura is flooded with soft, loving energy. I am filled and at peace. Beauty surrounds me. I'm nurtured and soothed. As we nurture and soothe ourselves, we can send that energy out to anybody, any situation. And if they are disruptive, we need not take it in. Even as empaths, though things seem to come to us, through us, they can go past us as well. We have to keep it on. Deep emotional healing, the freedom to love openly and generously, finding strength by helping and caring for others. I want to care about you guys. Acknowledgement and taking care of your emotional, physical, and spiritual needs. And then there's a whole bunch more to say, but I'll leave it at that so we can pull a couple of cards on some other things. So again, dilithium crystal, I think something like that or that name is going to be reintroduced to us. And haha, it won't be like fake. And there will be warp drive. There are portals, there are gateways, there are underground tunnels, there are energy fields. We are able to levitate, make ourselves invisible, go elsewhere. We're going to find the truth of it all, and it's going to be bigger and more wonderful, perhaps at first more scary and more mind blowing than ever. But take heart, rest in your power, rest in your knowing that you're powered by the stars and you're part of the spark of creation. So you're God, goddess on earth. And we're going to activate that power within. We're going to remember. We're remembering now. And it is our choice to either stay in love or stay in fear. Only two choices: staying in love or staying in fear. Staying in complete certainty, faith and trust and love and surrendering to the organic flow, and that stuff will come to us, or be in that place of mind control, button up against it, making things happen. Got to know the answer now. Got to get rid of that which hurts us. Gonna beat it to the ground, or as Abraham Hicks sometimes channels, wrestle it to the ground, because we got to get in power over it. No, it's not that way. That's not true power. That's not the alignment. That's not the Tao. It's not the working with the chi. It's not all that matrix slow motion fast, in terms of, protection and taking care of oneself in a spiritual or physical battle. It's keeping that armor in a sense of love. But again, when the word armor comes up, the force field, being with the force. But again, as you see these movies, as you see these James Bond things, as you see stuff coming at you, remember that when you are in the pillar center of that point zero, that is the most powerful place you can be to create from. And I want to bring up that I was reminded about today, from January 1st to January 7th, especially these next 7, maybe even these next 10 days, create with your freedom of creativity, with your freedom of desire, that which you love. So take all the different categories of your life. It could be your wanting psychic intuition, career job, creating new platform of whatever you want to create for a career or job, being creative, what are those creative outlets for you, travel, home life, community, friendships, self creation of body, pets, car, environment of climate. Take all these little categories, and there could be 6 to 9 of them. You have money, finances, abundance, whatever you want to call them, and write about them, and have some time dialoguing out loud too. What you want to feel, what you want to experience, what you want to bring in, what you want to create, what you want to feel and see into this 2023. I started to say earlier, okay, 2023 is number 7. Prepare for your spiritual awakening. 1 second, let me have a book. It's right over here. 1 second. So I'm going to read you some numbers, but then we're going to go into a little card reading. Okay. Prepare for your spiritual awakening. Good fortune, good luck, synchronistic events are going to be on your side. Be open to the realm of the divine wisdom, watching over you, out for you. Your divine higher helpers are watching over you, assisting you, wanting you to know them, and wanting to let them in more and more by calling them forward, commanding them forward, calling them in, commanding them forward, commanding them in to help you. Commanding your divine right. It shows you mean business, and the helpers love a decided person, a person who declares. They adore you anyways, so just declare what you want. Be your power. You were meant to be all for goodness, grace, and nobility. So, yeah, could you use it for dumbass evil? Yes, of course you could. Of course, honey, you can use it whatever you want to, but why don't you use it for the best, the brightest, the boldest, the most amazing, the most wonderful, the most fun, the most opulent, the most optimized health and wealth and goodness and gladness, and just letting the floodgates open to be on your side. The movement of the rush of water in the direction of ease and non-resistance. Okay, so again, 2023, right? So you have a 2 for the 20. A 2 for the 20 is the vibration of balance, male, female, up and down, left and right, light and dark, yin and yang, the symmetry of a human body, right side, left side, the top, the bottom. Things look about the same length and complement. As above, so below. Co-create with the universe. Allow yourself to connect with your highest self. And a balance of co-creating with partner or partnership, a new idea for, a new way to, a new adventure of doing things a new way. A number of optimism, seeking harmony in conflict. Resonates with peace, flexibility, diplomacy. Expect harmony and balance, a vibration of relationships, teamwork, and communication. 2. Now we have 20, and then there's 23. So take the 2 and the 2, not the 0, doesn't add to anything. 4. Being. Your being, your power and truth. A leap of faith, get out of your way, create a sacred space. Honor your foundation, your temple, your body, your pillar, which is you. Honor the strength of your being in yourself. The number of order and stability can also represent the routine and comfort of a home. When it's you, your temple, your pillar, your mind, body, spirit, which is also your energy and balance, and you must honor you. Okay, so that's 2 and 2. Now we're going to take the 3. This is a 23. So there's 3. Magic in motion, motion of movement, the flow of energies, things happening in 3s. Emotions are energy in motion, the energy of philanthropy, vortex energy. Mind, body, spirit, love, wisdom, good fortune. Go after your dreams, follow your heart, live life to the fullest, connect with your highest self, your highest wisdom, listening to you. Things happening in 3s. You may be called to pay attention and act on something. So let it go, get rid of, or to change. And sometimes just choosing. Be aware, and awareness of which is not coincidence. Being aware, being open. And then the number 5, 2 and 3 is 5. Right? So this year of adventure, change, manifestation, appreciate the world around you. Appreciation, gratitude, really big. Appreciate the world around you, which brings positive change that you seek. The practice of gratitude, abundance, and feel and speak even before the evidence is seen, which is what I was just talking about. Speak and feel even before the evidence is seen. Speak and feel your desires into being. This shifts the energy so that wellness, abundance, and good things then are seen into your immediate field, your immediate experience. So don't let go just because you don't see it just yet. Just keep feeling. Remember those categories I was sharing? Feel a little bit each day. Spend 3 or 10 or 12 minutes, more if you have time, while you're driving, while you're walking, as you're going into repose to rest and fall asleep, as you're waking up and saying, thank you for blah, 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 whatever it is that you want to bring in. See yourself in the mirror, practice saying, I like you, I love you, you're cute, you're wonderful, yay, it feels so good to have $1 million, and it feels like joy and ease and comfort and wonderment. I love my bungalow. I love living by the ocean, and I love traveling to places with lots of forests and animals. It feels so good to breathe the air, to go to Portugal, to be in the Himalayas. It feels so good to travel in my Jeep. It feels say whatever is pertinent to your heart's creation. Okay. Now, number 5, you may go on a spiritual, physical journey, or it may be representative of also going into the physical, spiritual journey. So you may be going on a physical journey, but it may be representative of going within the physical journey. So spiritual within, spiritual without. Listen to your body. Be aware of your surroundings, of the elements, earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Again, the 5. These are that, and also that invisible helpers are all around you. Faith in action, intuition in motion. So got that fun with dilithium, got the fun with the crystal, got the fun with sharing a pendulum. A pendulum basically is just taking a string or cord of choice and an object that will hang and swing. And in this case, this was a crystal with a little bit of amethyst and, You know, it could be jade. It could be a jade, a lighter color jade, or it could be green aventurine, which I have somewhere too. This is green aventurine. It's very light. And then I have some light jade that looks like that. So it might be either. And then, because I didn't ask the merchant I got it from. And then, of course, there's copper here, which is a very good, wonderful conduit for the human body. I have a cat that's wanting to bother a minute. So one moment, I'll be right back. Thank you. That was Ellen the cat is in. Now, before I go into picking a couple of cards, I'm going to use the Colette Barrett Reed deck a little bit. And I'm going to use the Art Through the Star Stream with Cheryl Youngbrook Rose, which I love her. I love them both, really. They're both really spiritual, wonderful, very talkative, and important, significant decks of the time. My tea tonight is a chamomile tea, loose chamomile tea that I have on the ball. I used lots of honey and lemon. So this is my tea, and it's in a mug that says, "Be still and know thyself," from Psalm 46:10. For those of you who do read the Bible, which is a book of duality, and perhaps in its purest form did have a lot of codes and high frequency vibration to it, but it was altered and changed many times and diluted down. So while there are some important passages in there that could absolutely work to our benefit, they have also been taken over and used for our detriment. So a lot of our spiritual works are going to come to light. Earlier today on my Instagram feed, Amanda Ellis was on. I guess she went on yesterday. She's a very famous card reader and intuition person who uses Metatron a lot. I didn't listen to all of her Instagram chat. I couldn't see how long it was going to be. But usually she speaks for about an hour. And she mentioned something that she felt the church was going to have a big upset and change, and that it would. It sounded like a switch more from a patriarchal to a matriarchal, leadership, or there was a potential for the women. And what I think, if something like that does have to happen with the, call it Catholic Church, but within a group of highly potent, highly psychic beings, there may be a group of women as elders that come forward and establish a society, if you will, or a community, if you will, of those women who are true alchemists, and their psychic ability and their mind control, their spell casting is real. And while it can be done for evil and control, I'd like to think that as we come together, we will use our powers for wonderment in the creation of the upliftment of this planet and all planets everywhere. In other words, the Galactic Federation will also become, if it doesn't shift into it completely, there will be a Galactic Federation of nations. We will have planets, and on the planets we will have, a different continents or different groupings, and we become the nations. No, you can't come here. You just have to wait. I have a cat that wants to walk across the computer now, so I don't know how successful I'm going to be at deterring her. You have to be good. She's huffing and puffing. Did you hear her? That's Ellen. Excuse me. Let me get closer. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? There's no room for you. Look, here she comes. I hope she won't knock this over. This is Ellen the cat. Come on. Come over here. It's okay. You can come over here. Come here, buddy. I'm talking to people. Come here. Come on. You can do it. Oh, okay. I have another seat that she can sit on if she's really good. So let's just pick a couple of cards about Gosh. I'd say about dismantling our aggressive self and going into the pillar in place of love, pillar in place of holding a line. Because remember, the planet is being bombarded with so much light that a lot of people don't know what's going on. So they're reacting, they're acting maybe wacky a lot. Yes, that may be because of vaccines as well, and what they're doing in the body. But if our DNA is in fact being reorganized and becoming more crystalline, there will be those that don't know what's going on at all. So they are reacting and they are choosing to run off to the doctor or take a pill. They are choosing to yell at people or drive fast. You know what you know. So, in maintaining our point zero, maintaining a place of the love field, what would the cards like to say to us about that? As we shift from noticing our own shadow falling away, desiring our own shadow to fall away, and instead of using force and aggression and our own anger and rightness or righteousness, we actually are shifting into just that middle place and being the beacon and being that power, being that shield, being that mighty, divine, galactic human in that stillness and radiating the oneness that we're from. And from that, creating, remember all those things that we would desire, our money, our money, our new careers, our bodies, the ease of life, the flow of abundance, the fun of friends and community, the quiet and stillness, the connection to nature and animals, the fun of creating the car and the home, the job or the skills, and being with just breathing in the presence of this wonderment that's not only part of this planet but everywhere, that we will experience and travel to easily, with fun, with grace, with a bunch of adventure. Okay, so what would you like to tell us about this? Switch into our power. And I'm just going, what card would you like to help us? Okay, so there's two here. And then I'd like to choose a card to end and cap. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, let me just take that out. And I want to take a card out from here. I would like a card. I don't know what, I picked two cards already from one deck, but I don't know what they are. We'll turn them over in a moment. Then I'm going to pick a card from Colette's deck. She's from the Good Tarot. So I want a card that, oh, okay. There's a card. It got stuck under something, so that's the card. All right. So the first two cards I pulled over. I'm going to take a sip of my drink as I look at them, and I'll share with you. This tea is so good. I wish you could taste it with me. It's so good. So be still and know. Ellen is smelling it. She's not going to drink it though. Okay. About us shifting from a side of us, our old side of us, that we're leaving this old side of us that wants to hold on. As we shift and have a choice to shift into that zero place, that love place, that field of most power and lightness and goodness and like an anchor, an illumination, and it is illumination. Right? We are aspiring to the light. We come from the light of goodness, care, nobility, virtue. We come from the God space, the quantum field, which holds all information, all DNA, all knowledge of everything, every timeline, space, and dimension. We come to it with this sort of innocence and appeal to surrender. Illumination is also number of 33, which is letting go of negative energies and shifting into any recognition from that which may have been holding us back, which is what we're doing, right? We have a lot of heart, sort of this an emerald energy to there, and there's this groundiness, the red hair, the root chakra. So as above, so below. And then we have be firm in your resolve, commit. So 3. Oh my God, we've got 333. I've got to look that up for you, which is 9. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this card, in the days of the Knight Templar, in the days of the Crusades, in the days of the idyllic archetype of this virtual noble person, someone very masculine, but a door is open. And here there's a little image of like a goddess form or a spiritual being entity. And then you have also this little triangle, which is part of a Merkaba. Also, right, mind, body, spirit, but the Merkaba, that part of a Merkaba that points up to heaven, the male part. So the idea of the Knights Templar or noblemen was that they did rightness. They did righteousness in the name of all that is. Of course, later, even some of these societies, right, they went wacko, warped. But here you have the sword pointed down as in a steadfast commitment, as in nailing oneself down, as in seeking and going and searching and desiring to bring back the truth, to harness, to dig up gold, to dig up the treasure, to be part of this journey where one is going within. 1 second, the cat now wants to go out. Those of you who have pets, when I am creating my next place, I'm going to create a place where they have pet doors and they can go out. And if it's nighttime, they can go out through a pet door into like a gazebo area. So they can just look at the night sky, be on their cat perches, and just go in and out. Just so I don't have to get up and down. Or plus I live in a place where animals are more welcome, and that will help too. So this is very interesting, right? Because the sword is about cutting through the crap, cutting through bullshit, nailing down the truth. It can mean authority. It can mean leadership. Slices through. Can be in some ways, think of Star Wars and the lightsaber. And be firm in your conviction. So remember I talked about these 1 through 7 days, and even 1 through 10 days, probably if it's a little extended, but definitely 1 through 7 is especially a crucial time to create. So be firm in your condition, in your commitment. Declare. Don't have a resolution. I do not suggest resolution. That's another thing that I said I would address, but we're going to address that in another little talk. Do not have a resolution. Be resolved in your commitment. Declare. You declare. I declare X, Y, and Z. I'm going to go over that and maybe even read one of my old declarations of a long time ago to give you some semblance of resolutions don't work. It's an old program and a pattern to keep people reminded of their unworthiness, that they have to change overnight and laugh about that which they're going to change. And they, most of the time, 9 out of 10 people aren't going to keep that commitment right away because there's so much expectation and force and pressure to just wake up and not have that drink, to wake up and not do this behavior, to wake up and. So yes, you do decide and you do declare, and in that you are resolved. You are resolved to move forward in a way that's beneficial to you, not in comparison to anyone else, not in comparison to your, I don't know, someone that you've loved as a celebrity or a football star or a sports star or a singer star or whatever, or your next door neighbor or the one that has already the best body or the best mind. You wake up to you and you say things like, well, I don't have to solve anything this red hot minute, but I'm going to apply myself, and I have decided that in the long run, I would like this. And I'm going to be gentle as I go about, but I've decided this. And that is your direction. And you will have some trajectory toward that. You'll have gained some momentum, and go easy on yourself before you know it becomes a practice. But I'm going to go into this a lot more later on. So those two cards, they come up to 333. So that all added together is 9, which is share your special gifts and abilities with the world. And to also recognize where maybe you're learning to not give of your time and energy and talents, where people just kind of want to admire but not really learn, or take from you but not really appreciate. And you're going to learn that you have to just let go of some of these situations and people. When the pain of showing up for folks that don't really appreciate you, or there's something going on, is too much to bear, you won't do it anymore. But you have to wait till the last minute. You can just have that practice of observing, declaring, letting go, stepping back. So this is also very good to lead into a talk that I will arrange on Know Year's resolution, resolve, and declaration. So I think I'm going to make that my next YouTube help. So, okay, so be firm in your commitment. So 3339. Now the 3, we went through with the 3, but I want to read what the angel number 333 is. So let's ask Google. Let's see what we get. Sometimes it's a mixed bag. So what is the symbolism, Google, of number 333? Okay, let's see. Angel number 333, meaning symbolism, spiritual significance. I thought it was going to tell us. Let's read a little bit of it, okay? You can look this up too if you wish. So, angel number 333, meaning your guardian angels are always trying to connect you through several different means. For example, they may use repeating numbers. Okay, so we got that. Hello. Let's see. Your mental progress, emotional well-being, and self-confidence are all linked to angel number 333. Your angels are gently reminding you to pay more attention to the positive aspects of your life and to keep moving forward. Believe it or not, the angels have sent you this number as a sign of their affection and blessings. Let's see. The angels are assisting you in making any tough choices that that would be best for you. It's not intended to be a judgment. It's a means of bolstering your confidence and fostering an attitude of self-love. Let's see. And it's just here for us, of course, to be connected to our spiritual and angelic realms. Okay, so I think that's a good start. And you can also Google, ask Siri or Google 333. But again, we had 3s, right? Mind, body, spirit. Prepare for spiritual awakening is number 7. What else do I want to share with you? I'm going to pull my shirt down. Okay. Now, a card to cap. Here are the 2 cards again. Okay. So this card that got stuck around here on my desk as I was, shuffling. This card, this 4 of Earth, was upside down. Now, the decks I have are not meant to actually be read upside down. But what came to me in my usage is this means that there was a temporary hold, or we were aware of, but not doing this, which is what I will read about. But we were aware of it, and we're going to move on to it as a righted up situation. So just for temporary, there's a temporary hiccup or we were on hold, or in us perhaps even being slightly aware but unaware or not ready. And now we are ready to move forward in this. So, Four of Earth. Now, Four of Earth again. Four is a leap of faith in my book, which I read earlier. But as an overall theme for us as we step in, besides this being the year of this great spiritual awakening. So, being your power and truth, a leap of faith in getting out of our own comfort zone and to honor our foundation, our body, our temple, right? Speaking the truth, being our authentic selves in this year of 2023. So, I want to read what the Four of Earth is about, because I think this might be a nice way to end. Okay. Ownership, the beauty of divine order, trusting in a solid foundation. So we're ready. This is a year of this great change. All systems, religious systems, all educational systems, even starting with the elementary schools and high schools, colleges, everywhere around the world, all political arenas, not only in the American White House or Parliament, in other high governments around the world, not only in your local town government or your local supposedly authoritarian bodies. Everything is dismantling. It's going to become more community. It is going to be in this process of heart-based and truth. It is going to be in a place of who is best suited, not merely because of education and a lambskin graduation pass. It's going to be those that have the community's progress, health, abundance and riches, and protections of goodness at heart best. It's not going to be about Joe knows Sally knows Sam, and they went to XYZ college, and know XYZ over there who has $1 million, who actually knows someone over there who has $1 million, who actually went to that college and has that boat and that restaurant. So they get to be in partnership together for the wealth of money and guns and drugs and harming people and pedophile and satanic ritual and any ritual that's detrimental and harmonically not only now inappropriate, but just a dismantling of the heart. It's going to shift and blow your mind. So, okay, number 4 card. Even if I feel shaken up and am unable to understand why things happen as they do, I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests upon a solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. While it is true that nothing is permanent in the material world, I find security in the existence of a divine plan. I find security in the existence of a divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and the highest good of all, and that I always have abundance available to me. So remember, part of this whole card reading is this trying to be a bull and push against and make things happen because you were taught that way, because you have an education, because you're strong enough, you're trying to prove you're strong enough, because you want to get out, you want the answers, you want to move now, you're really ready, you're ready to just like make things happen, shake things up. No. It is moving into that place of that love and that empowerment where I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and the highest good of all, and I always have abundance available to me. Your love power is your abundance. Staying in that 0 point field, staying in the field of the quantum, staying in your physical structure, but in that center of taking a breath and not going to the right or to the left just before you say anything. And then, remember I said, so make up areas in your life, your career, and or your new job or job, the people that are around you, for friends, for coworkers, for neighborhood, your community, your different social aspects that you like to explore. Feel into what those type of people and those type of situations and what those type of serendipitous connections bring. Your travel, where you want to be, how much do you want to travel, what's that like, your abundance of money, where money flows, where the energy goes, money flows, where the energy of emotions go, you create. um, your love life, your partnering with team people at work, team people in groups, your own job creation, your own homestead, wherever you want that to be, your home or homes, um, your body, your optimized health, your psychic intuitive ability, your pets, your car, the cars you drive, or the toys that you want to get, your snowmobile or a boat or a bike, whether it's a zoom zoom or a bing bing or a bling bling bike, um, and how you want to wake up in the morning with ease and beauty and sunshine around you, or majestic mountains and snow, or that you fly to a place and have tea on a veranda of an esteemed hotel that looks at the Matterhorn. Fun. Okay, I wish that you found value in this. My little coyote heart loves you. I am Syrian Star Oracle. I am here for you. There are readings and energy sessions available. If you've liked this at all, please send this out to your friends. If you found this of value or have any questions, please contact me, sirianstaroracle, gmail.com, or through here. And I work by donation. So donation, can be sent to, there's links below in PayPal and Venmo and Cash App. Um, but yeah, donations help me do my work and help me build this business of support, not only for my life, but to be here for you and fun and create and to, not pat your back and bullshit, but to be here and to be as nurturing as I can be, and to also see through and cut through with laser-like precision how to have the life of our dreams and to be that being we truly strive to be, because not only do we deserve that, that's our divine heritage. Okay, galactic human. Okay, divine soul. I will see you next time. Let me know how you are. Bye bye.